Good evening there, folks. Welcome to another halfway, well, I wouldn't even say halfway, to another 27% complete kitchen. Claire has done a wonderful job, as hopefully you'll have seen by now, sanding and filling all of this. She's just hoovered up everything, and as a reward, I'm doing two nice things for her. One of them is one of her favorite meals, a seafood paella, and the second one is a little bit of a drink to go with it. What we have is, our kitchen still ain't done, so we do a lot of one pan cooking, and I love this paella dish. We do everything in here, from breakfast, pancakes, to stir fry, to if you have a really big tomahawk steak, it goes in here nicely, to seafood paella. Let me just show you what I got. I reckon I have about everything here. In the summer, I'm usually able to catch the majority of this stuff. So there's a couple of things that, well, actually most of it I've outsourced because we don't spearfish or fish at the moment. We don't really have anything in the freezer, but it's all local. So at the same time as making a nice meal for us, I'm really interested to try it out and see what the local food is like. West Cork's got a good reputation for food, so let's see. These mussels are from Bantry Bay. They are, so the guy tells me, fresh this morning. We normally let our mussels soak overnight just to clean them out. He says these ones, there's no need. Bantry Bay mussels, I think. What we have here is some smoked coalfish. Coalfish are very like pollock. This is a chemical smoke. Sometimes you can get real smoke and you can really tell the difference, but I think you need to have some little bit of a smoky flavor. That's in yesterday, I think. Then we have some cod that is in this morning as well from Castletown Bear. Cod's probably not the best kind of fish to go for. I do like pollock, it's kind of sustainable, or maybe some bass if we have it, but cod will do us perfectly here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the base. I'm going to add the rice, kind of cook that off a little bit. Add some stock. This is chicken stock. If you've like lobster shells or crab shells, fish stock is ideal. We don't, so we're using this. And while that's all cooking and the rice is kind of making its way flavor-wise, I'm going to add these at the very end. That's kind of how I do it. Again, one pot, super simple, but I don't add any seasoning. The reason for that is I use quite a lot of chorizo. A Spanish chorizo is nice. However, this is a new one I've heard about that I want to try. It's from Gabin. They do Gabin cheese, so I just want to try their chorizo. I love chorizo. I'm really excited to try this. But chorizo usually comes with quite a lot of seasoning, so I would let the chorizo flavor the whole thing. You're going to see how I do that now. So I don't add any salt, pepper, herbs, anything. Just a really good chorizo will do it. With that, I can hear the mussels squeeching at me. That's good, it means they're alive. All right, let me start with this and let's get the pan going. So again, we're gonna go for our black truffle olive oil. Just to get the party started. We don't need a lot, really. But I think this is a bit lean, it looks a bit lean. Usually just, there'll be quite a lot of fat in the chorizo, so it's kind of easy to use the fat. Also, and Rooney can smell this chorizo and she's like, give me a break, Dad. Okay. I mean, that's perfect. It's perfect. Sometimes you can get them spicy. Sometimes they're very salty. This is really smoky. I would almost say you don't need to have Rooney out. You don't really need to have the cold fish if you're using this Gabin. I don't even think it's meant to be a smoked chorizo. If the chorizo was any bigger, I'd quarter it. Sometimes you add in pepper, which I'm going to do in a minute, or peas, and so I try to make the chorizo about the same size. So everything's roughly the same bite size, except for the fish, which I usually make a little bit bigger. That's unreal. Go on, go bean. Add that into the pot. This gas ain't the best. Let's get some onions in there. Mix red and white onions. A bit of flavour, a bit of sweet. If you have wine, it's pretty good to go in here. I don't have wine, but I might try a little bit of beer. Two boys in. You just want to slow down the cook a little bit. Get this in. Now, get a little bit of colour in these. So we got some great colour on this. Sorry, hon. Do you like my little work surface? Got some great colour on this here. Won't tell you what Claire's doing. I'm gonna make this enough for tonight and enough for tomorrow night because Claire's not here. I'm gonna throw in about half a bag. What's that, like 500 grams? Just clean this up a little bit. Okay. So you don't want much liquid in here now at this point. You could turn off the gas. You want the rice to kind of cook just to get a little bit, I don't want to say burnt, but you want to start at the crisp on the rice. You don't cook this like a risotto. You don't want it creamy. You want it a little bit crusty. And it's kind of like the way you braise steak or something. You kind of want to braise the paella rice. It's all gone in, kiddo. Right, few minutes have passed. We are going to add a little bit of your stock. Now you want to make sure that everything's talking to each other. All your flavors are in a hot tub together, getting to know each other. Now, I have about 1 litre of stock. I'm going to use that, and as it dries in the next maybe 15 minutes, I am going to use water. No more stock. Disco bean chorizo. Woo. Mwah. Delicious. As that guy's getting going, I'm going to start working my fish. The smaller portions. How are we going to do this? You can leave the skin on. Oh, I feel some pin bones. You know, when I process fish myself, I remove all the pin bones. Because that's one of the things that put people off. Now I wish I had a sharp knife. Maybe Claire will keep that for the catties. As I mentioned, you want slightly larger chunks for the fish. Wow. Ready for its top up. This is the last of the 1 litre. We are going to give it one more stir. Now this water was boiling, so that's contributing to the heat. I'm going to fill up this container again with cold water, so we keep adding water until the rice absorbs everything. There's not a lot of space in here, but I think I will try and fit in the pepper. Okay, to the other fillets. My God. Huge bone there. What the heck? Ain't no one got time for pin bones. Now these pin bones, they're great little cuts. Just throw them straight into your broth if you're making the fish sauce. Or you could actually put them straight into your compost. We used to do that. Fish is great in compost, and if it's covered well, there'll be no smell and there'll be no rodents attracting it. It'll just deteriorate nicely. We'll get the coli again, a little bit chunky. Didn't get much coli because I had a feeling that chorizo was going to be a little bit spicy, smoky. Little stir. Make sure they all are friends in there. In Spain, actually, I think one of the marks of a good paella is the crust on the bottom. So I've stirred that, I think, maybe for the last time, but I'm gonna stir it again because I'm gonna add some more things I've got. But at this point, you probably want to just not mix it anymore. Let that crust form on the bottom. A little bit like rice pudding, if anyone remembers that. Except that's on the top. Right. Let's get some pepper. If you like your peppers well done, add them sooner. We like ours a little bit crunchy and raw, perhaps. Boom. Paella is a classic poor man's food, kind of farmer, shepherd's food. And they would just throw in whatever was left in their cupboards, in their larder, or whatever they hunted that day. Fish is apparently not a very big thing in Spain to put in there. Chicken, rabbit is the main sort of things. I am just going to add a little bit more water now. Definitely not going to stir it anymore. And this is cold water, so this is going to reduce the temperature. Bring it all down. In the meantime, I'm going to make Claire a drink. Okay. Drink time. I won't say one of the reasons we got this fridge was for the ability to have crushed and cubed ice. It certainly doesn't hurt. Crushed cubed ice. Healthy dash of Irish whiskey. Jameson, can't be beat. That's from where we used to live, Middleton, so you know it's good. Little sprig of something minty. That's actually a lemon mint. Compliments of our wonderful neighbour Liz. And fill it with grapefruit juice. My two favourite drinks in the world. Well, my two favourite alcoholic drinks are this. This is called a Greyhound. It is just only amazing. Oh my god, that is amazing! I think I'll have to make Claire another. I'll make Claire another one in a minute. My two favourite alcohol drinks are this, the Greyhound, and Rosé Danjo, which is the drink of James Bond. James Bond used to drink it, in the books that is. He used to drink the rosé wine in a pint glass filled with ice. I haven't gone for the pint glass, but I have had large wine glasses. I love that, but Greyhound, it just speaks of summer. But you know what? Pink grapefruit juice is a superfood. It's nice actually if you can blend it yourself, but pay for the really, really good grapefruit juice. It transforms the drink. It's amazing. It's so good. This cooking segment is going downhill, but pink grapefruit is apparently, it's good for cholesterol, it's good for blood pressure, it's good antioxidant, good anti-inflammatory. Grapefruit is just a wonderful fruit and a wonderful drink. However, it multiplies the effects of some medications. So if you do have cholesterol or blood pressure or Lipitor or any sort of medication, just double check if grapefruit is allowed. And in a lot of cases, grapefruit isn't allowed. But if you can have it, get yourself a Greyhound. Unbelievable. Okay, let's move this to the side. Add it into cold water. I'm gonna try and resist the stir it. Or maybe just take it down a little bit. I'll give it about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna drink this. I might tidy up a little bit. And then we'll add in the fish. The only thing we're looking at now, because everything else is cooked, fish is gonna take 2 minutes, is the texture of the rice. Feels about 40% cooked. So I'd say we've got another 10 minutes. Let me just tidy up. So now you can see all the liquid is gone. I'm gonna try the rice again. Yeah, that's getting there. Say that's about 80–90%. Oh, hell yeah. Now, just to finish off, chuck in the rest of the water without mixing. I'm just gonna. Next, we're gonna try and fit in some of this. Some West Cork fish. There is a West Cork whiskey, I suppose. I should have tried that. I actually had West Cork whiskey when I was over in Dubai for a taste of home. It was adequate. Okay. Now, let's get the ones that have not opened.
You must be on drinks.
I am. Come on in, Claire. You can check out. You gotta be careful now. I put in too much water. It's getting right up near the top. That was a bit of a schoolboy error.
Really?
Yeah, I made you a drink. Greyhound.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Seems to be half missing.
Did you put a bit of mint in it?
I did, Jack.
Oh.
Step in and try it. Give the guys your verdict. It's good, eh?
Greyhound is good. It's about the only thing I can drink with
The only
whiskey.
cocktail.
Yeah. The Greyhound, or the grapefruit really kind of goes with the whiskey, doesn't it?
Grapefruit goes with everything. So what are you up to?
I was just watering, making sure everything had water in the greenhouse. Is it really?
Well, I've been slaving in here. You've been off enjoying yourself, is it? A few there that did not close. Normally if they're open, you give them a tap. They should close. If they don't close, they know when. I usually do 2 lemons and chuck them in like this, and I keep the second one for when we eat. Now, what am I missing? Bought the whiskey at Christmas there, Jameson's. I reckon we got it for New Year's Eve or something.
Could have been.
And I just didn't drink it. Oh, whiskey. That's not a half glass of whiskey now, friends. That's a lot of ice, just in case you're wondering. Ooh. I need to get a mint, Claire. Right, so at this point, we want the heat off. We want it to steam itself. So what we gotta do, if any of you guys are up in IKEA, pick me up a lid if you don't mind. So it's about 8:30. The sun is just going down on the mountain across the way. I need a new top up, and I reckon dinner's gonna be served. Let's get Claire over here and have a tasteroo. And you know what they always say in Spain? It's a traditional paella saying, actually. It says, Buenas tardes. Before you try the paella, cleanse your mouth with a Greyhound. So that's what I'm doing. I'm one for tradition. This is going to turn into a Greyhound night. So, you ready, Claire?
I'm ready.
I mean, what more could a wife ask for? Am I right? Beautiful. So, 2 spoons. We'll just have a quick taste before we go inside to Ash. You get a little bit of the rice. Oh, I forgot about peas, Claire. If you have peas, add your peas. And, you know, you don't have to do it, but I think the colour looks nice. Hang on. If you have salmon looks good. Nice bit of pink meat. You can get the same thing with crabs or lobster. Oh, that's cooked to perfection. Our fish is good. Try the gabine chorizo.
Been a while. Gabine chorizo.
That's it. That is really good chorizo.
Oh, it's very interesting taste, isn't it?
It's kind of smoky, I think, isn't it? This is just a simple meal, you know. It might look fancy, but it's all done in one pan. It's going to do us 2 days. That is delicious. Cheers, Claire. Well done on the roof.
Cheers, son. Well done. On the island building.
We're going to catch you later. Going to have a few more of these. A little bit of this. Oh, forgot to say, make sure you have some crusty bread just to scoop up that juice down the bottom. It goes very well with the mussels, which I guess we haven't tried. Chef's kiss root. Right, later.